There we go.
Okay, well, good. Meeting, it comes to order. We have 3 members present, so we have a quorum. Tom Milligan will not be available. Let's see, who's gonna take your notes? Can you take notes? I'll do it. I mean, I'll just do it. I'll do it. I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. I'll write up something. So I'll say,
Sorry.
well, it's okay, no problem, Claude. I'm missing my note taker.
Said yes, but
That's all right. Don't worry. Let's see. Get this. All right, it's right on, and must have a blank piece of paper somewhere. That's. I'll use the back of a piece of paper. How's that? This will be fine. Okay. Order at 4:05. Right, but let's not just talk too much. Let's have can I get a motion to approve the June 10, 2026 minutes?
so I'll make a motion, we waive the reading of the minutes and
Okay,
approve them.
Oh, sorry.
good. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Having received those minutes the day after the meeting or a day or two later, they're brief and yeah.
Good. Okay, next, review of the mechanics report. All right, so let me tell you what been going on. As you can see, there's a thing called the mechanics report, and then there's something called the 6/12/26 Primex items.
Yep.
When I started working on this a while back with Guy and Carrie Ann, I said, well, let's see if we can see what's on the Primex, because that way we'll know what's insured and what's not. Come to learn that Jack tells me that it really doesn't matter whether something is specifically listed on the Primex report. It's covered anyway.
There's some
So we have
government
blanket
cover, we have blanket
Yeah,
cover.
there's some kind of a,
Okay. All right,
right? So it doesn't really matter,
I hear him, yeah.
right? But I said, well, okay, so it doesn't matter, but, we really need to keep track of our equipment.
Sure.
It would be helpful to do that. We might as well put it on the
Got it.
Primex, so that,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
Primex assigns, as I can show you here, they assign something called a Canaan Vehicle ID.
They do?
Oh, yeah, look.
They assign it?
Yeah, they assign
I
that.
haven't seen that, I missed that.
Yeah,
Where?
over on the right, way on the right.
Oh,
Next
that
to
big
the
one.
last.
I read that to be the VIN number.
No,
The last one is
the
VIN.
last one is the VIN.
Oh.
Back up one.
Oh, backup one. Oh, I missed that.
So actually what we do is we send something off to Primex and say, here's the thing, it's
They
a
have some
VIN
sort of
thing,
catalog number,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
got it.
then it gets a little funky because they actually have a description, which is, for this one, it's called Explorer. And Carrie Ann tells me that she gets that name from the title.
Yeah, that's the model.
Probably
of
was
that
on the
cruiser.
title, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying that
Sure,
all of these,
sure,
so
sure.
all of the
Got it.
names that
Got
you
it.
see, it says Primex name on the top.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what's actually been sent
Right.
off to
Got
Primex.
it,
That's how
yeah.
Primex,
Sure.
gets it.
In a lot of cases, it's okay, but go ahead.
Well, okay, so I'm just trying to give you the sense of what's going on,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Okay, so, like if you want, you can see this is what the Primex thing looks like,
So I look at it, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
This is what they got, and
Yeah.
this is their descriptions, fire apparatus,
Yeah.
All right. So I was trying to figure out a way to get everybody on the same page with the same names.
So we recognize each piece of equipment. I understand.
But I was cut short. So when you look at the CIP, we have something called Ford Explorer Interceptor, including fit out. And that's the way we describe it.
Mhm.
Sure.
I
That
would,
explains it.
huh?
That explains it.
That
Yeah.
actually explains it.
Yeah.
So
Got it.
I would hope that maybe, we can have a conversation with whoever is dealing with Primex, which I assume is the finance director. Is that accurate, Scott?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
and say, let's see if we could get our names all in sync. We now have names that are in sync.
If I may,
Just
on
let me
that point exactly though,
give you 1 second.
I don't think Brennix would care about the including fit out part. That's for us. That's an internal thing.
No, it is.
Ford Explorer Interceptor describes the equipment and Primex, that's all they're gonna ever care about.
Right.
As an insurance company.
Okay, so let's say we
Right.
add a new vehicle.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's,
So-
and it's a Chevy
That-
Trailblazer.
That they get, a title comes in.
Yep.
Like, it gets put on some kind of, I assume, an asset list, but I don't know that.
You know,
I think it does. When I was in Enfield, for the public works, I maintained that asset list.
for the public
Well,
works, right?
This is what I'm trying to get at, Scott, is this should be our asset list,
Yes,
because I don't think it exists anywhere else in Canaan.
I don't believe, other than like highway has a list of what they're doing, but I don't know I don't believe water sewer has any kind of asset list. It's whatever guy said it was there.
Right, so what I'm trying to do is create basically an asset list here, right? Which is why you'll see on this thing, there are gonna be things that will not appear on the CIP crowd, you know? But I was trying to create something that, you know, Guy and all the department heads could say, yes, this is all of our stuff.
So I think it's here in the CIP Excel spreadsheet, the tab called all equipment. That's intended to be the total inventory, right there.
Okay,
That should be our Bible, I think.
okay.
It's there, it's provided for, most of them are reasonably correct. Could they use a little improvement? Maybe. But you've got, you know, handguns, ballistic vests, Chevrolet 1-ton utility, International Engine 2, et cetera, et cetera. You've got some pretty decent descriptions, and you've got every piece of equipment we own. Almost.
Almost,
Listed here.
yeah.
Maybe we gotta add one too, but that's the best starting point.
Okay, so you think that this should be,
And the spreadsheet, the money spreadsheet draws from this spreadsheet.
see, now here's the problem, right? Is that, okay? Is that this is CIP equipment,
Right.
which
True.
is not all
It's
equipment.
not every, yeah. So does the CIP committee care about all the rest of the equipment?
I don't think the CIP committee does, no.
We don't.
No,
Somebody
we're
will.
supposed to care about anything $10,000.
That's correct.
Yeah,
And I
so-
say, get it all
And-
listed here and we're done.
I don't have a
Let them
problem,
worry about the rest of the equipment.
as you listed.
Yeah, but you know, Claude, I'm gonna say that, you know, that's a bit, non-productive.
Short-sighted, I hear, yeah.
You know, I mean, what, you know, there is a way to figure this out if we can get everybody to work on it in a collegial fashion. And get all
Okay.
the names down and have one thing that says, this is the way we're gonna do this. I asked in an email, you'll see it if you want.
Yeah.
Carry to come up with a process.
Right, I hear you.
It says, if we get rid of a piece of equipment, here's what happens. Here's how it gets deleted from here, it goes.
We
this way.
added one,
If
just-
we add a
yeah,
piece, it goes
yeah,
here. I didn't, she has not
I
responded.
understand,
to
I
that.
understand.
Okay? So it's a problem.
I think
I don't know
it's-
how to get it resolved yet.
I think we need, it's beneficial, as you put down, with fail, because
Yeah.
somebody's going to turn around when the three of us aren't here.
Right.
They're going to look at that number and say,
And that's that.
that's $3,000 more than it cost.
Right, right,
Because
Right.
it requires
right,
its complete package.
right. You're right.
Yep.
No, I agree. That script should include that, yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
I
what
think
I'm
this-
getting at
this
is, I
part-
think that we should probably, I mean, so anyway, it's a problem. I don't think it's gonna get resolved in the short term,
That's what I'm thinking. It's not gonna get resolved immediately.
right?
That's
So
what I
I'm
get.
gonna step
Well,
away
From an
I'm gonna
administrative,
from this. And let the administrative people, who consist of the town administrator, department heads,
and the finance
and the
person,
finance
let them
director,
figure it out.
and let them figure.
That's kind of what I meant a few minutes ago.
I'm perfectly happy to do that.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that's all we can do for
I
this
tried
year.
my best to
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
there are things missing, there
Yeah,
are things that
yeah,
should be
yeah.
ensured that
You've made an
are,
observation, you've made a
and I got,
recommendation.
you know, kicked
Don't
in
worry
the
about it.
face for it.
Yeah,
So-
don't worry about it.
So,
We'll do what we can do, right?
so I'm gonna bring it up to the select board at some point.
You do
Tell
that.
them they got a problem, better get it fixed.
There you go.
And as far as the values
Yeah,
that it says insured amount.
Yeah.
If something happens to that, that value means nothing to Primex.
That's
At
absolutely
the,
correct.
at that moment, they'll tell you
Oh, yeah.
what they
That's-
will cover.
That's exactly
So-
correct.
I understand, yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to put it out there.
Yes.
just, You know,
Yeah,
because
go
we
ahead.
have the data.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? And I said, well, let's just put it out and see what happens, you know?
So from a
Like-
CIP point of view, once again, I think
Yep.
90% of it exists for us on this one file in the CIP report called all equipment.
Mhm.
You look at that tab of the CIP spreadsheet, it's there, most of it.
Yep.
A little bit of improvement needed, which I think the department head should look at it and say, oh, this is missing, or, oh, that one, I just bought a new one of those last year and it says 2015 was the last purchase, you know. The department head should do that, but this is the list that we can use for CIP.
That's the annual review that every department needs.
Should do, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
again,
agree.
it's not our place to tell them to do this. We can ask them.
We need an administrator to tell them to do that. We need
Somebody
a
to tell them to do it.
board of selectmen, yeah.
Right.
Board of selectmen can tell the town administrator, get the department heads to do
We don't
this.
have the town administrator here. We can't tell them to do that.
I know. It's too bad. But that's really my view of it is, all we can do is CIP portion now. The rest of it is out of our control for the moment.
So, let's see, we have
So you had an agenda to look at the mechanics report. I have a few specific, I reviewed it. And if you don't mind,
sure, let's-
there are a few specific things about the mechanics report that ask a couple of questions asked about.
Sure.
Let me pull it up. I highlighted them.
Mhm.
So my first question, near the top of the mechanics report.
Yep.
There's a recommended year for replacement, right?
Right,
And 3 explorers all say recommended replacement in 2029.
yes, that's because they were bought in 2020, whatever.
I don't think it's good financial planning to be planning to buy. So
I
my
don't-
point is, we need to review that. I want to question,
I'm
replacing
glad,
3 cruisers in the same year.
well, I think that that's appropriate. I think that what the
That's
mechanics
question.
have done, what the guy has done.
Yeah.
Right, if you have model year, he's pretty much verified all the model years.
Yeah, good,
And we pretty much got the year last purchase on most things, but not all.
sure, I understand.
Right,
Yeah.
the recommended year comes from.
The life, I understand. From, on another page,
Life
it's got the life expectancy and it just
Yeah.
adds it to the year
Right.
purchase. I
Yeah.
agree. I understand.
Right, budget year is something we are now going to be discussing at the CIP level.
Remember the right.
Do you understand? It's blank.
But budget year, we might end up saying 7, 8, 9, whatever.
There you go.
Yeah, or 8,
That's
9,
why-
10,
We
or whatever,
purchased
yeah.
3 cruisers that year.
Yeah, I know. It was
Because-
deal.
That had, well, the can had been kicked down the road.
Right. None
And
been
now all of
purchased
a
the year before,
sudden,
yeah,
we
yeah.
had cruisers that were.
I know. I'm not
unfit.
questioning that
No, I'm
decision.
just saying, that's
Yeah.
why there was 3.
So what you're saying, Sal, is that in the budget year column with this committee, I'm gonna say with the department manager's help,
Well, when we get them. in
we
the
don't
meeting.
decide which year. Yeah, when we get to that meeting, we're gonna have him say, he usually says, 1 a year usually,
Right,
1 per year each year. By the way, me too. We were gonna add one. I think we still show 6 year, right?
yes.
Yeah, because
Have we
there has
decided
not
not to
been,
add one yet?
there hasn't been the 7th officer.
It didn't happen.
Hasn't been decided, it
And,
didn't
and
happen.
at this point in time, it's not going to happen for a few months, so
All
it'll
right,
probably be.
so we'll wait and see. All right.
We actually, that was one of my questions, is I know that the budget committee approved in the operating budget the hiring of a
7th officer,
seventh
yeah.
officer.
Yep.
And, we cut it back to only a half year's worth of salary and
I
benefits
understand, yeah.
because it wouldn't be approved.
By the time it happened and all that, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So.
Interview and hire and all that, yeah.
Yeah, but once the town turned down the allocation for the vehicle, right, it was kind of left in limbo. And I didn't know whether the police chief and the select board, what they had decided about when they should go forward
Yeah.
with hiring someone, because they wouldn't have a piece of equipment.
Right now, it's been advertised.
Yeah.
As of last night, he still has not received any qualified candidates that ready to move forward
Okay,
with
all
it.
right.
I mean, that's the
Still
biggest thing is
still working on it, yeah.
on it, but
So that was my first question about police cruisers, and that answers that, I think.
I told him we're going to get him an electric bicycle so they can patrol downtown area with it.
There you go.
Maybe wearing helmets.
Yeah, yeah.
With official insignias.
With little knee pads and arm pads. I got it. All right, so
The
anyway,
next
let
damn
me,
guy had a
let me, I
couple.
want
of-
to, comment on something. I
All
want
right.
to, before we can take your comments. and I'll
No,
go
no,
back.
go ahead.
No, that,
Were you
so
in police? If your comment is about police, let's stay
It's
there.
not just police.
All
Well,
right.
there's something called a portable sign.
Oh, yeah.
radar sign.
What about that?
Now, that was donated to the town.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But at some point in time, I would assume it's going to break. And are we going to replace it or are we not going to replace it? So that's why that's highlighted in yellow is what we're doing.
And I do believe that will be in excess of a $10,000.
I have a feeling. but I don't know.
Just those signboards
Mhm.
that you see on
Yeah.
speed limit sign.
Yep.
Those are over $4,000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. So to answer that, you raised the question.
Yeah.
My own personal vote on a value of a sign for that kind of money, knowing this town's finances, I don't think this town can afford that. I would say we shouldn't, when this one breaks and that can't be fixed, it's gone. Maybe somebody else will donate one. But I wouldn't pay the money to replace it. Personally, that's my opinion.
Okay, well, I'd like to have the full committee here to have.
Yeah,
questions.
and it
And
depends
discuss
on,
it with the police chief as well. I mean, when
and see,
he
it also
shows up.
depends on I don't know the capabilities of this one. The one that Enfield has also has the capabilities for car count. It's one way, but I utilized it over there on some of the roads where people were talking about, high volumes of traffic. What was it? We would set it up facing one way for a period of 2 weeks, turn it around, have it facing the other way. And that would give you a count, you could calculate your average daily
With the real cut
traffic volume.
Yeah, yeah.
At the same time, it's flashing their speed, but it also gave you a traffic count
Mhm.
because it recorded every time something.
Yeah, well, I would,
All right.
So I mean, there's more than just speed benefit depending on what you get.
I would guess that that's an open conversation that we're going
Sure.
to have at
Yeah,
some point.
I agree.
And we'll have that
We will,
conversation.
we will.
When the chief comes in.
I can tell you roads that it has been utilized on,
Uh-huh.
residents will tell you it makes a difference when it's there.
Really?
Oh, sure it does, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a clear,
Okay.
I don't think there's any question that it's a good safety
It's a
tool.
reminder. Oh, yeah, I didn't say it wasn't good. I'm just saying, can we afford the money?
Well, I think,
We're pretty tight for all the things I see us needing.
All right, go
There's
ahead.
not enough money to
What
go
else
around.
do you have on this that you would like to
So
discuss?
tell me about the yellow firelight transport deluxe FDH dash some, what is that?
Okay, that
Never heard of that
is
before.
a skid unit that sits on top of the ATV trailer. It's a skid unit.
What does skid unit mean to me?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's what, but
Is it worth over $10,000? Is that why it suddenly appeared on this list?
no,
Oh, yeah.
it appeared on this list because it was on the Primex.
On the Primex, okay, got it. Maybe it's worth $2,000, who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't.
I
maybe-
believe
all right.
that is one of your recovery units
Mhm.
that utilizes the use of an ATV with it.
Yeah, you can see that there are items here that are indicated in some kind of a brownish
So
color.
that's what that is, because it was on. a Primex.
Well,
All
everything
right.
that's in the brownish color
Yeah.
was questions that
Right.
Aiden and I had,
All right, got it.
right?
Sure.
And I thought when I last met with him, I thought he was going to try and run these down.
All right.
That's when I got
Not sure if that's what happened now.
we're not dealing with you anymore.
All right.
I was gonna say, he might have been given a different
see.
task.
He was.
He might,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, fine. Okay.
Right. And nobody told me anything about it. They just didn't do anything about it. If somebody had said something to me, I would have been happy to go and meet with, Bob Henry or anybody and get the information. But I didn't know what was going on.
Because when I asked what they had him doing,
Mhm.
that was exactly what I was told, that he was over at the highway garage working on a spreadsheet to get all of that equipment, and everything all listed on a spreadsheet, what needed to be there.
So it got short circuited.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Mhm. Okay.
Right, but you know, it's, again,
So, under
what I'm
wastewater,
hopeful is that I am gonna try and meet with the department heads. I'll go and call them up myself and go and get this filled in for us
Yeah.
before the next meeting.
good, good. So still looking at the mechanics report,
Sure.
saying no need
Yeah,
to.
keep going.
Under wastewater, I saw Explorer Interceptor. I remember we did a hand-me-down, I think.
Yes,
Police
that's
department.
correct.
That's exactly what that.
So I understand that. My point is,
Mhm.
if that's the plan for the future, so to speak, that, you know, maybe in 2 years from now, another police car might get handed down. We need to be careful not to include a line on the CIP plan that would add $66,000 of expense. For something we're not really gonna buy, but we're gonna hand me down.
Well, how would
That's
you,
my comment on
well,
it.
I don't know. I assume that wastewater needs a vehicle.
They do, but if we're planning to do a hand-me-down, all I'm saying is the money shouldn't show in our CIP plan,
And
a
all I-
$66,000 expense.
Right, you would need a vehicle that, if
Right.
that vehicle disappeared tomorrow,
Right?
okay. What
Where's
would
it
you
coming
do?
from?
I think this town, seeing past pattern, would hand me down the oldest police.
Well, wait a while,
vehicle
then, and buy a new police
And buy a
vehicle?
new police vehicle.
So that would change when we.
It might change the police
It
mind.
wouldn't matter, it's like, you know,
Okay,
you're swapping deck chairs on the
All right.
Titanic.
I think we have it both. No, I think we have it both here. That's my point.
I,
We have 6 cruisers above and this.
and what I'm saying is if you take a cruiser out of the police thing,
All right. Yeah.
right, you gotta buy one.
You're saying it's
Yeah.
And it
down,
would, and it would not have been in the time frame
right?
that we wanted to.
And I think what,
So it isn't, it's problematic, we need to think about
We
it.
need to think about it. That's all I'm saying is
Yeah.
let's be careful
that
about
was
the
a
money.
hand-me-down.
planning. That's all I'm saying.
that
I'm
was a
trying-
hand-me-down
Sure.
because John had been
100%.
running,
Right.
they'd been running their personal rigs.
Yeah.
Oh.
And John was living out of town, so they gave him
Yeah, I
that
understand.
for transportation because of the
Sure.
frequency of traffic.
There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
No, there's
That's
nothing
all right.
wrong with it.
That's
The
all right.
fact of the
Perfectly
matter
fine.
is, that is not the vehicle that department needs for the work they're doing. They should have a pickup
A
truck
pickup truck.
with a utility body to protect the equipment. So we really can't just
Okay.
eliminate it because we don't have any of them to hand down yet.
Right, so what I'm saying is, you know, these,
Didn't we just replace the pickup truck last year?
On highway.
Yeah, so I mean, we could have handed that down, right? Instead of-
No, we added a pickup
Oh, we
truck
added.
because
I'm
of
sorry.
the,
I thought we
work.
replaced.
I think that
Okay.
one of the byproducts of this effort is that all of these things are now surfacing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? We never really knew that there was a pump truck or that there was a Kubota
Right.
or there was for wastewater.
All right. Yeah.
So the new things that are showing up, like if you look on your list of, on the CIP, I don't believe that you will find a Kubota B30.
Well, on CIP, I'm not sure
See.
we're
Go ahead.
doing water and sewer. Remember, because that's water and sewer repair funded.
Right.
this is one of
On
the problems.
CIP, this is mechanics report we're looking at right now. It's okay here. You want it here.
Sure, yeah,
You want to monitor its condition and its age and all that.
right.
But I'm not sure the dollars would belong in the CIP
You're probably right about that.
because it's water and sewer.
Right, but we are gonna be looking at water. and
We are
sewer,
gonna, but
Just, you know,
yeah, agreed.
Right?
Go ahead, Scott.
This is where things lacked as far as the reporting
Mhm.
for CIP when it started.
Yeah.
Because the pump truck and actually the little blue Ford tractor that the cemeteries have up
Yeah, yep.
those two came to the town when the sewer plant was put in. Because it's a gray water plant, all of those tanks in that system are to be pumped once every 3 years.
Mhm.
So the pump truck came with the system.
Mhm.
The tractor came with that program to keep the grass mowed around the pump station. So, I mean, those two have been there.
Yeah.
Since the septic system, the sewer treatment plant went in. Nobody ever paid attention that they were there.
So the problem would be, and I don't know if this is accurate or not, but, since we all know that that's supposed to be some sort of an enterprise funds, correct? To pay their own.
Correct.
Water and sewer.
Yes.
And I'm not sure it's truly an enterprise fund, but it's ratepayer funded. It's, agreed.
However,
Separate from town
Right.
funding. Right,
But we are responsible for making sure that that all gets done.
we'll look at it, yeah.
Well, we have to pay for it regardless.
Right,
I mean, the
oversight.
town would have to take out of operating funds to subsidize.
Of course, any enterprise fund in this town, the fact is they are still town-owned entities. So if the enterprise fund isn't keeping up, it's the town's responsibility
Yeah.
to see that.
Right, so, and if these things are gonna disappear,
Understood.
they had better be figuring out where the
So-
money's gonna come from.
Is water and sewer truly an enterprise fund?
It's not self-sustaining. And this is one of the problems we've had in that water rates were never kept.
They weren't,
We didn't
yeah.
even qualify for some of the grants for our water system upgrades because our water rates were so far below
We're too far below,
the
yeah.
standards of what they needed to be.
So I think that we all recognize that,
Yeah.
you know,
That's
we're
problem,
getting
yeah.
better at what we're doing. We're starting to recognize all the problems that we have. And we're starting to address them, which is why, you know, we're trying to do this. But you got any other questions about the mechanics?
So let me see, I might have one or two more observations.
Yeah, go ahead, sure,
Let me
go ahead.
see. Okay, under general government administration, there's another Explorer that shows up. I don't
Yes,
understand
that's
that.
right.
How's that
Yes,
happen?
there is.
Another Explorer. Another $60,000 under
Yep.
general government administration. I don't know what that is.
Okay, that's
Never heard
another
of it.
hand-me-down that went somewhere.
Really?
Yep.
Who's using it?
Let me see. if
General
there's-
government administration? Who's that?
That's general government administration.
The only other one,
That one confuses me.
Well,
yeah, because the only other one that was handed down went to fire EMS.
I think it's shared.
Yeah, they got,
So I think that,
Really?
yeah, I think it's a
Because they
shared thing
have-
between fire and cemetery or some such thing.
I'm not sure what they're doing. on-
We should ask. All I'm saying, we're gonna bring it up, is let's ask.
Yeah,
Let's
'cause
find out what the heck
we've
that
got the
is.
EMS Fire Suburban.
It's on the mechanics
For the
report,
chief,
and I don't
and then-
understand, what is this?
You see how it's still in brown?
Yeah, yeah, I saw the brown, I saw the brown, I put
Okay.
purple on the word Explorer. I
Yeah,
purpled
well,
it.
I'm just saying that
Yeah,
that's,
yeah, okay,
you know, because
Fine.
it is a vehicle that is in fact on Primex.
Yeah.
We were, you know, and we found it.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, we've been uncovering a lot of things.
all right.
Okay, which is good, not a bad thing.
Couple more things on the
Sure,
mechanics
go ahead.
report. In the highway section.
Yeah.
You'll see if you look about, I don't know, 6 or 7 lines down, a 5,500 truck, okay.
Yeah.
What's a 3,500 HC? What the heck is that?
Oh, the one right below it?
Yeah,
That's the GMC #2 pickup mechanic 3500.
and a perfect
you
example.
go to
of
the
why we
right,
need to
Go to the
fix
right.
The descriptions.
Well, that's why I kept them.
Oh, good, good.
See?
All right, good.
Yeah,
All
when
right.
I kept both.
That's one of our recognized CIP items by a
Yes.
different name. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I kept
Got
it,
it.
you know what I mean? I kept
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
in.
yeah.
And we're in a conversation that we
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
have about, you know, do we bother to do with this or not, right?
Right.
The
So it's-
big difference from what I had for list is I had every vehicle had an ID number. And it was set up that highway was all a 200 number. And then you had like water sewer would be like a 300 number. Fire department be, say, a 400 number.
Yeah,
And that, so all I had to do is when I saw a vehicle number, I knew what department it came from. But I would put my very first line, I had like 201,
mhm,
and then it would say 2018 Ford F-350
Right.
single wheel
Right.
rack body truck. That was the description there. And then you had all of that other information
mhm.
to the right, but I set mine up so that first left-hand column told me what it
What it was
was
exactly.
exactly.
That goes along exactly with what I was saying 20 minutes ago. the town needs to set up a numbering system, I believe, for its.
I was,
equipment.
all I could
Yeah.
do is raise
Yes.
the problem.
Agreed,
Yeah.
I understand, but I agree with Scott, a numbering system would help a lot.
So this document
Along
could
with
be
the
theoretically a
descriptions. Yep.
starting place
Yep.
for whatever it is you guys need to do.
Yeah, and the only thing, what I see right now that we could maybe look at, you have a far left column that says like 3,500.
Yes.
Then you go to the far right column.
Yep.
To find out exactly what it is. Maybe for our
Bring
purposes,
them together.
we need to take that far right and far left and put all of that information in the far
So in
left.
other
on
words,
the first.
Scott, what you're saying is we have a Primex name and then we should have a CIP name?
Yeah, I mean,
That's fine. It's a good idea.
yeah, well, personally,
It's
myself,
a good idea.
I don't know as we need to follow Primexes, if we want to do a
No, I agree.
Primex
I don't think
because of that
we-
blanket. I think we need to set it up for what we're
There you go.
have to work
So
with.
to follow your thought, I don't think we care what the Primex name is. I
Okay.
think we need a Canaan name,
Mhm.
not a CIP name, a Canaan name.
That would
That
be fine.
Canaan name is gonna appear on the CIP report. It's gonna appear in the mechanics report.
Mhm.
It's gonna appear in anything that the town does. Primex can do whatever the hell they please with their inventory list.
Yeah.
But we need a standard Canaan name, and I think, and a standard
Yeah.
Canaan ID
But we
number,
also need a process. that
and a
says
process.
when
What
we
happens?
buy a
The
piece of
ad or,
equipment,
yeah.
it gets added here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah, and- yeah,
Do you know
we
what I
do.
mean? And when we get rid of a piece of equipment.
Right.
It gets deleted here, there, and everywhere.
right,
See,
correct.
when I would,
That's the problem. That's the thing that
I
we're lacking,
got you.
yeah, see,
right? This is just a open up and I'm
So we
hoping that this,
recommend that.
I don't know what, I can actually recommend.
see, the pickup truck that Bobby Henry is assigned
Yeah.
that he uses.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So say that's truck 201,
Mhm.
and you have the description of it.
Right.
Yeah, that.
The Canaan.
At the
description, right,
time you replace it,
Mhm.
I had a column that I would put right in. It would either say active or out of service. So that number would be reassigned to the replacement
Right, right.
as soon as, and that one would say out of service.
Right.
So you know it's gone.
Yeah.
Well, you
Yeah.
know, when you say out of service, okay, what does that mean? Because it appears that we have equipment that when it goes out of service, goes and sits in the corner somewhere.
Out in the back of the tree.
I'm just saying that,
Yeah, or, I
You
mean,
need three things. You
see,
need
we-
active,
some
out
of
of
the
service,
stuff I
gone.
traded, some of the stuff I got rid of by auction,
understood, yes.
but that would be what it was when I replaced it, it went out of service immediately. If it was traded in, then it went right in as traded.
Well, that's what
So
I'm saying.
the end
Yeah.
result is
Right, right.
listed and it's no longer has an assigned number, which means it's no longer active in the fleet.
I understand that.
Yeah.
What I'm advocating for is that, the town administration figure this out.
Right. Have to.
That's,
We can't do it for them.
that's, those folks
We might have to.
We can't.
say, what? You know, I mean,
I
I've
hear
done my best to try
Yeah.
and surface the problem and give us more information.
Yeah.
And, so I'm, as I said earlier, you know, I'm out of that loop now. Right? I mean, you're the representative from the select board. It would have been great if we'd have had the town administrator here. Unfortunately, he's not here for this conversation, but he can listen to it on, you know, the thing if he ever shows up. And, you know, you guys need to address the issue.
And what I'm going to tell you right now,
Yes.
we've got issues that are much greater than
I
this.
said, well, totally
Yeah,
understand.
but I mean, it's something that needs to be.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'm not saying it should be
Understood.
done tomorrow.
Understood.
And this is something I might be able to go sit with Guy.
Yeah.
So because this is all information that he's going to need for his work orders.
Understood. Yeah. So what I'm saying is I'm not privy to that inner workings there of how that goes on. So I can't,
Right.
I don't have enough information to really be helpful, right? But I'm giving you guys a, starting place. The mechanics, the updated mechanics report, if you will, right?
I
So-
think what, once we get going,
Mhm.
if I can get just a full printed sheet of our report that lists everything that we deal with,
The all equipment sheet, you mean?
and then I can just take all of the equipment listings so that I can sit down and assign a number
However,
and then bring
again,
it forward
Scott, if you
to
want,
them.
if you can do what you are charged to do. I am no longer involved in
Right.
pieces.
So maybe I could help with that. 1 second. I heard what you just said. I think it's a good idea if you could give it a try. I'm gonna make Monica,
Yeah.
could you print 1 sheet of paper or each pages for Scott? It's the CIP report that Carrie Ann published. It's called,
All equipment.
no, well, wait a minute. No, the file is called,
Oh.
you gotta give her the file name. File name is called, I think it was 2026 CIP. Oh, I might have changed it, Rev one, but it's Carrie Ann's latest. I have it on my computer, it was sent around by email, it was sent around early July.
And see, the only way I
And-
get that is,
In there's one tab called All Equipment.
Right.
I think Scott just asked if he could get a printout of that tab. Could you help him with that?
Yeah.
I knew you would, I knew you'd be able to do that.
It's this page right
I
here.
just need,
It looks, yeah, it looks like that.
Now,
It's in Carrie Ann's CIP file.
you wanna send it to me?
Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
you could do it.
Sure.
Send
Just-
Monica
So hold on a
the,
minute.
And I can do it.
Oh, I'm not hooked into Wi-Fi here.
oh,
but
all right.
I will. I can do it when I get home.
But I don't know if I can send it, because I can't seem to get my.
So let me make a note. I'll send it to you when I get home.
Okay.
And all he's asking for is that one tab, not the whole damn spreadsheet, but one called All Equipment.
All equipment, okay.
That's all.
Yeah.
And that lists everything that we know of right now it's in CIP.
Well, it's in CIP.
Well, that's that's where we're gonna start, right?
Well, what I've already done, if you look at the mechanic report, it
Yeah.
has everything that's in CIP
And then some.
and then some.
Right.
and we need then some as far as if it's gonna be
Good point, yeah.
done properly.
Yeah.
Because we
Oh,
need then
well,
some,
that's
because we
different.
don't know, some of them that are not in CIP should theoretically be like the portable sign if we're gonna put that in there. right?
Yeah. And we also have, there's also equipment there that currently falls below CIP,
Yes,
but in 2 years, it might not fall below
Understood.
CIP. That's
Right,
why I say,
right.
that's why I wanna try to get us
Make a list,
a
right?
complete
Well, the list, the one I was
list of everything, so we can say, not this year, not this year, not this year. Keep an eye on this one for
Yeah.
next year.
Okay, so I was trying to follow your suggestion, but what I asked Monica if she could do would not mean at all. It would not have everything. It would only have the known CIP items. So I'm not sure how you want to go
I
about
don't know,
it.
my gosh.
Well, you said the mechanics report has,
Well, which you got, but we all got by email yesterday.
I haven't got it yet.
I sent it out, didn't I?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, no, it was sent out a long time ago.
Mechanics report,
Oh, no, the mechanics
No.
report, yeah, no, you should have that.
that came yesterday.
Yeah, that came.
Cause it hasn't
By
shown up
email.
yet in my mail.
Okay, all right, well, hold on. That's snail mail? or-
Which- Which I don't know what it is, and because I got down talking with Jacqueline one day, and he says, I just sent you
Yeah.
that information an hour ago.
Yeah,
And while I was talking with him, my phone goes off, it arrived.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it.
yeah, well, that
So
much,
I'm
but,
not sure what you want to do. Maybe what I was talking to Monica about won't meet your need for what you want to do.
Well, I can also, Guy obviously still has this report
Right,
himself,
Right.
so I can get a copy of this.
I don't know the answer to that. I don't know if Guy has this report.
Did he
I
give
don't
input
know,
on
I don't
that, or-
know, I don't know if Guy has this report. The last time I met with Guy was several weeks ago. He and I cleaned it up. I met with Aiden. He took it over at that point in time. I don't know what Guy has received.
Okay,
Been gone over with him. I have no idea. I have no insight into that at all.
I will check with Carrie Ann and Aiden to find out if it's available or if this is secret.
I don't think it's a secret. I don't think it's a secret. You know, look, Guy and I, we made some good progress, I think. You know, a lot of the notes you could see, like, you know, he was going to look into this, Guy checking.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's where I left it. Right? Okay. So, and look, if you want, I'm happy to help you. I'm happy to sit with Guy and, you know, go over what I know about any of this stuff. I have notes that,
And I've gone,
see this? See this? Right? You see this? See this? This is all the iterations that we went through to get to it. So I have backup on things as well, but
because I've got a couple of things I still have to get with Guy on, but it's one of those, when I have a free day, does he have the same day free to look?
you know,
at
the
it?
only
That's
time you could get Guy, I used to get Guy at lunchtime. We go and sit while he's having lunch and I go through it with him, so I don't waste his time.
Yeah,
I mean, that's because his time is the most valuable time in the world around here, that in some context, you know.
oh, yeah, and, but what I'm saying is, I mean, you have to, you know, it all depends what he's working on for a job, whether he can,
understand.
yeah, take a minute off or an hour off or.
That's what I'm saying, Scott, it's a time to get Guy lunch. He eats and we talk and, you know, we get an hour's in.
Yeah.
All right. And what else? You got anything else on, you know, this?
I might have one more.
Sure, go ahead.
One more thing I wanted to poke at on the mechanic. report.
Absolutely.
It was the roadside mower, row 87 of the spreadsheet.
Yep.
Well, two things. This
The
kind of
loader?
time, no, the roadside mower.
Which report?
I'm on the mechanics report, which is where we were in the agenda. Mechanics report, right?
Well, I'm looking
Way
at it
down
now.
near the bottom.
87?
Excel row 87, I'm looking at it.
87
Right above
is-
items not insured, but should be a mechanics report.
Yeah,
There's four red items. Brake
Yes, yeah.
Compactor, roadside mower,
yes. Okay, gotcha.
Hitachi mini excavator, all right.
Gotcha, yes.
Allow me to poke at the roadside mower for a minute from
Sure.
two angles. First angle was, we're talking about adding it to the report here, but we had, in my mind, the town, we as a committee, at the town's recommendation, had agreed, I think 2 years ago now, that the roadside mower takes one hell of a beating, and is one piece of equipment we should plan to lease, I'll say, forever. That the other pieces of equipment we've been leasing, our goal was to get past the lease and hopefully be in a financial position to procure in the future,
Right.
except the roadside mower.
Okay, the roadside mower right now.
Yep.
I've been working with Bobby.
Hmm.
We are looking at replacing that with a
Dual
piece,
function.
with a dual function piece of equipment that is,
There's also a mini excavator.
will work with a roadside mower head
Right.
that it's designed for, but also when you're not mowing, be able to utilize it for other.
I had that
Alright.
same
So
conversation.
here's my question.
yesterday.
Should the town lease that piece of equipment? It's an upgraded roadside mower.
No, because
Should
what
that
we're
be a
looking-
lease?
What we're looking at, and I brought up because they were talking about another excavator with a mulcher head on it.
Mhm.
I told them we need to, I'd like to see us look at a rubber tired
Interesting.
excavator. Cause they'll do 20 miles an hour down the road. You don't have to trailer them in between.
Yeah.
And that's something that if you get during the storm, somebody calls up, says you've got a culvert plugged over here in the transfer road, you can hop in it and drive it over.
Yeah, nice.
You don't have to hook up to a trailer, get a truck back
Right.
Yeah,
to do
true.
it, but you can travel along and utilize that. They're more money than a tracked excavator.
Mhm.
So now it's a matter of seeing what
Why
we
don't we
can
go from
work.
roadside mower to excavator? You're talking about one piece of equipment that'll
You
do it all?
use the excavator with a mowing head.
Oh, all right, fine.
You can
fine.
get
Got
forestry head, brush hog head, you can even get a shear head to
Got
reach
it.
up and cut heavy.
Yeah.
So I hear all that.
Multi-use.
I hear all that and they're all, and I have no problem with any of it. My one and only question is, because of the type of use that piece of equipment would get, should the town be looking at buying it outright, or should we be looking at leasing that piece of equipment?
That
Because
piece of equipment, because it will
of
be
use it gets.
multi-use,
Yeah, what do you think?
purchase it.
Purchases, what do you
Yes.
think? That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, well,
That's what I was
Again,
curious about. All right,
Yeah.
I believe that what's
So-
gonna happen, Claude, is that's gonna show up when we sit down with the highway guys.
all right. So coming back to my comments.
Yes.
That was my first comment
Sure.
about the mower itself, but
Mhm.
my second comment kind of came out of last month's meeting minutes, which I couldn't attend. I saw in the minutes that it was decided to remove the leased equipment from the CIP plan.
No,
Oh, so I was gonna say, it's not wise to remove it. We should put the dollars in the future, not put the current dollars in here because that you need them in the general budget, right? To make the current lease payments. But I was hoping we weren't removing the equipment from the CIP list.
No, we weren't removing
No.
from CIP, we are only removing it.
you saw
Got
the first draft, not the final.
All right, fine.
The only
Because
thing we were.
Tom and I had to go over that. a
Oh, you
couple of
did?
Times.
All right.
Yes.
So we're not removing it from CIP.
No, we just
What we're
moved
doing
it.
is moving the lease payment dollars to the general budget instead of the CIP budget.
That's
Fine with
correct.
that. That's fine.
Yeah,
Nothing
but
wrong
we,
with that.
we still have it, you can
Still
see.
on the list.
See,
Where are they?
what we did is, what Carrie Ann did, which I thought was a good idea, was she has two categories now. She has, equipment that we've purchased, which is this top piece right up here. Right.
Which report are you on? The mechanics report of the CIP?
I'm on the CIP.
Oh, I gotta change the CIP. Give me a second.
That's okay, yeah,
I'm still on the mechanics report where we were.
right. So
We
the
go to
top
CIP.
piece is
Yeah.
police equipment capital reserve funds, right?
Yeah.
And then you say, the warrant, and then the police equipment balance forward, and then you say police operating budget leases. So this is the equipment that is in the CIP
I
plan.
haven't seen that. Give me a second. I'm not with you.
Okay, sorry.
You're on a CIP, which tab are you on? On the one called capital
Yeah,
worksheet?
capital worksheet,
All right, got it.
yeah, so you
What
can see
row?
that the row 20 starts on
20.
row 20.
Let me go there. Row 20 here says grant.
Right, correct. So you
Got
can
it.
see that there's two categories now. There's something called the police operating budget.
Oh, yeah. I see it. Yeah.
Right, so what she did, which I
Fine.
thought was a good idea, was to move things that we purchased, which is up
Fine.
top here.
Fine.
That has to be dealt with through the reserve funds
Mhm.
versus things that we lease, which wind up in the operating budget.
All right.
And then you can see that the same thing,
Because you have
fire,
something on fire and highway?
highway,
All
any
right,
place
good.
where that occurs. So
Fine,
Any,
fine.
that was a good thought.
Yeah.
And
any
sure.
account that is a lease to purchase, that amount has to be in the operating
Correct.
budget, because otherwise they vote down the warrant article, you don't have.
You don't have the
I know all that. I understand. I have no problem moving those payments to the operating budget. That's the right thing to do. I understand. I was curious.
Yep.
I wanted to be sure we wouldn't lose sight of planning for the next one after the lease is up
Yeah, it's
3 years
not-
later to buy one.
The payment has been removed,
Right,
but
but not the piece of
the
equipment.
piece of equipment
And I
is
hope
still
not the
there.
future plan.
No, that's all still there. The only thing we had to
All right,
do,
good.
she created that
I'm done.
categories to make sure the payment was
yeah.
in the right place.
Yeah, got it. That's the end of my comments on the mechanics report or my questions.
Well, I think that, Claude, your point is well taken, which is at the moment, right? You can see that the, do body cameras, right? Right? That's a 5-year deal. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a second 5.
Oh,
You see
body
that?
cameras. I do, but hold on, I'm sorry. We also said we would plan on leasing things like body cameras forever because of their technical obsolescence.
And
We said that a
If,
year or two ago.
right,
Yeah.
and so you could see in the plan
Yeah.
right now, right, that we are not planning on buying body cameras
Got it.
ever. We had an $8,000 payment for 5 years,
Yeah,
right? When that comes up for renewal, we're gonna lease it again, but the new
Yeah.
cost is gonna be $9,000.
we're fine. What I'm getting at is, go to highway vehicles. There
Yes,
were
sir.
4 vehicles we leased
Correct.
that we said we want to buy one next time. How do those look?
Let's see.
Are they on the list?
This is what, you're on the right track, brother. Keep
Are
going.
they on the list? This is my first question.
You're on the right track. See, so now this is the least scrap Ford 1-ton.
Which one? What?
Highway.
Road 93, Ford
Yes.
number 3, 1 ton?
Mhm.
All right, got it.
Right. Let's see what happens there.
What happens there?
Oh, boy. What does it say? Does this thing say?
Does town continue leasing or start purchasing?
That's correct,
Where?
right?
When you get,
Oh, in
the
purple.
35,
I didn't
yeah.
see that. I hadn't
Right.
scrolled to that part.
So
Got it,
by
got
the
it.
time we get to the year 2035,
Right, got
on
it.
that particular piece of
We need to
gear,
know what put there, yeah.
what
yeah.
are we doing?
What do we, yeah. Do
Are
we
we
put
gonna
a
buy
dollar value?
Or are we
of-
gonna?
Yeah.
and we don't know that yet.
That's
That's going to
correct.
depend on the market.
That's right.
If I may, I hear you.
Yeah, but we need to plan.
But if I may, there you go. There you go.
No, and this
I
is
heard
why
both of
we,
you.
yeah,
Now,
but I
let me
mean, this is why
summarize.
we're still putting money in.
So let me summarize. What we should do, in my opinion.
Yeah.
For the large pieces of highway equipment that we leased,
Uh,
we told the town, we told the voters at information sessions that we're leasing for now because we're behind and
Yeah,
we're trying to play
yeah.
catch up and all that.
True.
And we don't plan to lease these in the future. We plan, as a planning thing, to procure, just like we always did.
No, I think that what we said was, when the time comes, we'll make a decision about it.
Oh, okay. So, but, all right. So I'm
Plans
okay,
are-
I'm okay with
Plans are
waiting.
made to be changed.
I'm okay with waiting till the year 2030, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Seeing what the market is and making a decision at that time which way to go. But,
Well, I
But-
think,
huh?
go ahead, finish.
But
Go ahead.
today, I think we're gonna find, I think in the current year, we should put in the purchase value. What it would cost to buy one of those 4 items replacement in those future years, 2030, 2031. And here's why. Once you put those dollar values in those columns on the Excel spreadsheet, that's not a decision to buy. That
No,
is
that's a
something, that's
decision
something
to
you can
have the
plan
money.
on. And then we start saving money towards those acquisitions. When the time comes, we might decide differently. I
Yeah.
agree, but we need to plan for
Totally
the acquisition.
agree.
That's-
Yes.
There you go, I'm done.
Totally agree.
That's all.
See, that,
Thank you.
That's it.
and this has been my hardest sell to some of these people.
Yeah.
Is all CIP does is we are our own bank.
Correct. That's capital reserve. That's what it's all
And you
about.
try to tell people, do you want to make payment every year
Pay me
and
out,
earn
baby.
interest on it?
Yeah.
Or do you want to take a loan?
Yeah.
To make that same purchase and pay
Pay
interest on it?
every year, yeah.
That's the difference.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the other thing that needs to be put into the equation is that when the lease is over, we have the option of purchasing.
Right.
And they're all $1 buyout at the back end, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken.
As I understand.
That's my
Yeah,
understanding
we
as
should
well.
get that verified.
But
And for how much?
we can ask the town administrator when they show up,
Yeah,
or the
yeah,
finance director, who should know the answer to that question, right? So, but I believe that they are in that context.
I've heard that.
And
sorry.
so that will give you the opportunity at that point in time to say, oh my God, this equipment, based on the mechanics report, is gonna last for another several years. So you buy it. So you buy it for a buck. Do you know what I mean?
Whatever, yeah,
Which is a huge savings ultimately, especially if you plan to purchase, as you're suggesting, put the purchase price in, which then adds to each year's individual saving, if you will. So it's a win-win. I think we just need to, spend some time figuring that out.
Yeah, cause see, that highway equipment.
Yeah.
Those larger pieces, if taken care of.
Yeah.
Will have a 10 to 15-year lifespan easily.
Yeah.
With a 7-year lease.
Correct. Agreed.
The 1 ton.
Mhm.
In 7 years, somebody else needs to be running it.
Mhm.
Just because of the use that level truck gets and.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
wear factor.
That's what I'm saying, is that you plan for the purchase.
And
you plan
same
for the
way as
purchase,
what we looked at,
But then you look at the the
yeah,
vehicles.
looking now at the police, as far as body cams, cruiser
Yeah, yeah.
cams, because they are electronics and we know
Keep
electronics
keep
are
releasing them.
the obsolescence
Yeah.
that you
Yeah,
have.
Yeah.
Ryan told me that this outfit has already told them, expect our lease is a 5-year lease.
Mhm.
Don't be surprised if year 3, they show up and say, here's your updated cameras because,
Could be.
and would give us back these
Right,
and the
right.
lease bill runs without any
Yeah.
added cost because they want their products out for testing.
Yeah,
Right,
I mean,
right, right.
And that's,
We agreed to that already.
I mean,
Yeah.
we just need to be
That's not a
thoughtful
question.
about what we plan.
I was worried about the highway equipment, big dollars, and I want to be sure we're gonna plan to be able to procure.
Totally totally
If that's the
agree.
right answer at the time.
yeah, and I mean, this is, and
Okay,
the
keep going.
other major expense that we don't have as much option with is your fire trucks.
Right, you're right. We
Because
don't.
once
it's not
you
same
reach
option,
a certain age, now your insurance won't cover them.
Right, 20 years on fire thing or whatever it is.
Yes, they will not cover them.
That's it.
Excuse me, but something you guys pointed out to me, you know how you pointed out that if I scrolled over in purple, it said does town plan to
Yeah, yeah.
continue? That's only on one line item, guys.
Well, yeah, but.
Well, that's for that
That's-
category.
General
It's for the-
category.
No, it's for the one you talked about. It's for
No.
the.
It's
for
for
one
that
ton.
whole, it's actually for that
For
whole
the
group.
category? All right.
Yes.
Well, it doesn't say it on spread.
No.
My concern was the other line items don't show dollars of any kind, and they don't have that comment and all that, so.
Hasn't been filled in yet.
Just something we'll need to look at. Be
Okay.
careful about. All right,
Are
fine.
we done with mechanics
Yeah,
report?
I think so.
All right, so I think in
Scott, you
terms
have
of the
anything on
mechanics
it?
report, Scott,
Do you have anything else on the mechanics report?
No,
Okay.
yeah, so I think that we've got a meeting coming up on August 5 with police, fire and EMS.
So at the next meeting, by the way, I was gonna ask about next meetings. Yeah, August 5, yeah.
So I think, at the very least, we want to get police, fire and EMS blanks filled in before we have that meeting,
mhm.
right?
Yes,
So who wants to sit with, police, fire and, EMS to get there's nothing on EMS, so that's good. We have a few things on fire and one thing on police. I'm happy to go and.
wait a minute, isn't that what Jack's supposed to do before the meeting?
Jack Jack is
Administrator,
here
no,
2 days a
But it's
week.
only 8 days a week, yeah.
His time is very limited.
Yeah.
Scott
That's a
will
problem.
tell you that he's working on some pretty serious.
And he's been working
Say
here
two
till
days.
8:30 at night on his days, so,
I-
yeah.
Well, we
trying
don't
to-
have an argument with Jack, yeah.
I'm trying to stay away from.
Yeah,
Jack
yeah, fine.
and give him as much room to do what he's gonna do.
Got it.
Because he's got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to jump in and, Phil, now that this thing has been sent to me as the mechanics report, I'm happy to go and sit down with Guy
Good.
and clean up, or Olson, or
Well,
whoever
thank
I
you.
gotta.
Mhm.
sit
Thank you.
with.
Please,
I
that
will
would be
clean
good.
those
Fine,
up
fine.
between now and
Yeah,
then.
okay,
Is
good.
that fair?
Thank you. That's fair and. very
Chris
generous of
Olson,
you.
yeah, if you want to catch him,
Yeah,
you'll have to catch him before the 31st of this month.
I know.
Because what,
He's
vacation,
retiring.
retiring.
Well, he's going to North Carolina.
He is going to be out of commute.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for him. Congratulations. Okay, so I will.
Yep, that'd be great. Thank you.
We got
Thank
any
you.
candidates yet, or?
Yes, we have candidate.
Okay,
We'll be making an offer,
okay,
but they are currently employed.
Yeah.
So realistically, we're looking at a month before they're here full time.
Sure.
So I would,
Steve Klatt's gonna take the temporary.
we've got deputy on each end.
Yeah.
At this point, that will be
Okay.
covering. The point is that with what Chris had worked on, I just said we need to talk to him before the 31st. Because incoming chief,
Won't know anything.
he won't know
He won't
any
know.
more about this than
Right, of course not, of course not.
Well, I mean.
Monica
how
knows
about-
more about it than he would at this point. And not saying that
True.
he should, it's just
No,
he's
no,
brand
right.
new.
No,
you know,
no, of course,
yeah.
of course, of course.
So, Steve will know. Stephen will know something.
Steven should know a lot of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could catch up with him too.
Yeah.
Other than, because Olson's gonna be losing his mind. He's another one that, well, this is what happens, right? I mean, it's reality, don't.
I mean, the fact is,
What is that all?
we narrowed it down to
Oh,
a
good.
finalist. We'll make him an offer. So that in itself is a lot of pressure off from
Good.
call from Chris, because
Yeah.
the problem is, we're looking at, by the time you finish that background check and he works a notice,
Right.
if he accepts the offer,
Right.
you're basically into a month out.
Sure.
You're right,
Yeah.
if he accepts the offer.
Yeah.
If he doesn't,
And our
Could be longer.
initial plan from day one.
Yeah.
Our plan was to hope to have one in before the end of August,
Sure.
so
okay.
we're not off the
Not
schedule.
that far out. If things go okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Get holes filled in. Because we want to have all the data, right, when we
Sure.
meet with the.
Thank you. Yeah, that would be,
So who is going to show up to represent fire? Steve again?
I would say, Steve,
Yeah.
we can find out who the deputy is, because they've made other significant changes out here.
Okay.
It might be Bill Bellion that shows
Oh,
up.
okay, good. Yeah, whoever.
Yeah.
I'm fine with
We'll
that.
have to verify as far as
Yeah,
who.
he's somewhat familiar because he's been.
yeah, very,
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
He knows what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so that's good. Buildings report. So let's move on to
Buildings
buildings report.
Let's do that.
I can't seem to
Let's see if I
find
had
one.
comments on it. Can't seem to
It
find one.
won't be
What do you
under the
mean?
mechanics report.
No, no, I have it. I printed it out, but I can't launch my,
Oh, you can launch it? You can, I have it here if you want to look at it together.
well, I have it, but anyway, on the buildings
All right.
report, you know, this is what we get to, you see that, have you seen this yet? Buildings report?
No,
Again, it
But
came
I
by
will-
email yesterday.
Yeah.
2 reports came.
Basically, it has a building name, has all the buildings in town, the address, whether it's occupied or not occupied.
Let me give Scott that. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, you wanna, it's easier. You and I can do this, right? It's got
Well, I have
building,
some of those that I'm gonna ask about.
Yeah, that's fine.
Highlighted, the purples are my highlights.
right?
Okay.
What budget department it belongs in, the year it was built,
Yeah.
let me know.
Yeah.
Any current needs,
Current needs, yeah.
that was filled in by Frank and Aiden. Aiden did a very good job.
Frank who?
The new buildings guy.
Building inspector. Is
No,
it
no,
him? No.
The new
no.
buildings guy.
He's gonna
Daniel
work on
Frank.
buildings. Good,
Grounds and maintenance, whatever, what is he
Good.
called?
Something like that.
good, fine,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I didn't know the guy. All right, fine. Frank, good.
You know, the
Current
current condition,
condition,
the prior year expenses that
how much
we,
we spent last year, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
you know, the building insured values.
Yeah.
Square
Feet of the building.
And I don't know, is that Primex as well?
Might be.
Or is that different for the building insured values?
Building insured value.
I would say so, because we got everything
Is
that
it the same, is it
Probably.
the same world where it doesn't matter what the, okay, that's
All
fine,
right, good enough.
right? Square footage,
Shape
you know,
footage.
planned year of record of renovations, right? The
Yeah.
estimated costs that we
Renovation
have,
estimate, yeah.
right? And just generally a
We'd
description.
have to scroll over that. I don't know if you know how to do that. or not.
Yeah, so that's fine. So that's,
Hold on, give us a second.
I'll just move around here where we can.
whoa.
Put my-
Yeah.
put
So-
my brakes on wheel.
There you go.
So what he was talking about was, you got these columns here,
Mm-hmm.
insured value, square footage. Planned year, it's only filled in for the top ones that
Yeah.
we, and the description. So, as you can see, those are in our radar right now. And the blank ones in the middle, the ones that are blank out here, were not on our radar until now, like the log cabin roof. That was not on our radar. That's blank out here. There's no planned year for renovation yet.
Well, because we might not even own it.
Okay, so if you look at that report, this is what's actually in the CIP report.
The buildings,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, like Carrie Ann did a good job. She took exactly what was here and
Mhm.
plugged
Oh,
it
all right.
right in
Okay,
to the new
Oh, good.
thing, the new tab called government building.
on CIP, okay,
Right,
good.
and includes a couple of other line items that are not in the government buildings guide report,
Yeah, okay.
right? Like the standard, industry standard for things, you know,
Oh, I saw that.
right? So
Yeah.
it's got a couple of extra columns in it that really didn't need to be part of what the grounds, building and grounds guy needs to see.
Sure.
Right? So we have a little more information now in the CIP, thanks to Carrie Ann's work.
Yeah.
Which, she did a really good job on this section as well. Enhancing that. So, as you can see that, we have a lot more data. So when we sit down to talk about buildings, right? As you know, there's an RFP out for the freight shed at the moment.
There is. Oh, asking for someone to come up with a proposal to do something with it,
That's
right?
correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct.
It's been a while now, a couple of months, that's been.
Yeah,
At least.
there's only two folks that I know of, the Mascoma Valley Preservation
Mhm.
Board is looking at it as a possible thing that they might want to tackle. David Del Genio, who runs the racetrack, he's also interested at it. He looked at it yesterday. I had him and Stephen and Mike Reese, went over there. He couldn't get in was the problem. We couldn't find any. There's a lock on it. Nobody knows if there's no key. I don't know. So Jack was trying to find the combination to some lock that's on it. But he's interested in it as well. At some point in time, hopefully somebody will come up with some kind of a response to the RFP and say, here's what I want to do. with it."
Yes.
And then it's up to the town.
Well,
to decide.
see, and this is what we wanted, an RFP for them to give us a proposal for it. Because here again, that freight shed pretty much sets on the land that goes with it. There's everything around it goes with a log cabin store.
Right.
So
Oh,
depending on proposal was, do we want to do lot line adjustments
Right.
to go with it or whatever?
or
Yeah,
whatever.
so the other thing is that there's a crowd called C.I.P Holdings, which owns 7 pieces of property on Depot Street and Route 4. The young man who is the guy who owns it, runs it, he's the guy in charge. His name is Gary Anderson. I've been tracking him down, finally got him. He showed up yesterday and met with Stephen and I and Mike Reese to take a look at the log cabin. He's gonna mull it around and, see what goes on. But yes, cutting that property up a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's really not interested in the property. He doesn't want to.
no, he's interested in the structure and parking.
Yes, exactly, right. So, he'll bite, which would be good. We've got to figure that out, but, theoretically, and then we're talking the Methodist Church, right? Which you saw all the roll around the Methodist Church, I was not trying to usurp anybody's authority there. I was trying to be helpful.
Yeah, and here again, the property that goes with the log cabin store
Well, that's that.
abuts the Methodist
Oh, it
Church.
does?
So you could actually have access from the end of Depot Street down to the church parking. So it would be a complete loop around. So that's why we're trying to
You guys
figure
looking at-
out.
You see this? This is the Methodist Church,
Which one?
along with the
Oh,
arrows.
yeah. Okay.
This is the property that goes with the log cabin,
Oh, I see where it was. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So theoretically, you could have a developer come in and do all kinds of things with all of the property that
Sure.
runs,
Sure.
through here. Scott had an idea about, putting a little road in along that line,
I understand. Yep.
right? That would then allow you to put buildings or whatever, storage
Mhm.
shops.
I understand. Yeah.
Right, but, hopefully the town can come to grips with some kind of a plan for downtown. Rather than haphazard stuff, getting the freight shed, revitalized and used in some capacity, that's a no-brainer. That can happen anytime. Good.
Yes,
But if we can get control over the, Methodist Church property, right, that then gives us a tremendous amount of flexibility to decide what we ultimately want to do down there. Right? But we need to have those conversations, and we're running so, everybody's stretched. Right?
to say the least.
Which is why, some of the guys like me and Mike Reese and Tom Duplinsky and Brian Humberst are trying to help. You know what I mean? And we don't want to step on anybody's toes, obviously. but we want to help, so, but we really need to have a thought about it, figure it out. But that's the downtown picture.
Got it.
And see, a lot of people, you say, okay, you've got essentially 4.5 acres in there. People don't realize that is a large tract of land
For downtown, yeah,
for downtown.
Massive,
Yeah,
massive,
of course.
you could do incredible things.
yeah.
because having town utilities, now you can.
Now you got
break
your
it
water
down.
problem solved, your water and sewer problem
Yeah,
being solved,
and-
you got.
Now you're down to, even for a dwelling, you only need a 1/4 acre lot.
Right.
Yeah, there's an awful lot that you can do. This is the other
Okay.
side of that property, by the way, the other side of Depot Street. These are the buildings that he owns, the kid from C.I.P
Mhm.
Buildings. He owns most of these, right? And he says, I think I own a piece of Williams Field too, which I think he's right. One of these is, he does own a little piece of Williams. Field.
There
I
was,
see it, right there, yeah.
there was a sliver
Right?
that actually went behind the block and down through there that actually crossed the old drainage,
Oh, I don't know.
Swale?
Okay.
and it was on the opposite side of it, but the people who had those buildings says, we're not doing anything across that drainage.
That's interesting. Can we go back to the buildings report itself? I had a couple of things to poke at from my review.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I was gonna ask about the log cabin. I saw it pop up here. I saw that it needs a new roof. Are we is the town looking at selling it maybe? Is that what's going on here? So that's why we're not.
We are right now in the process of analyzing what we can do, and the Methodist Church property has a lot to do with it.
Kind of,
The
yeah,
roof,
that's, I was just gathering, yeah.
last check, there are no leaks in that roof, but it is on its
It's-
last.
That's
It's
what I was
meeting-
wondering. How much
It's
would that
meeting
cost?
its expiration date
Yeah,
shortly.
Yeah.
Right, which is why we want to get this guy to buy it.
All right, so, all right, I hear you. First time, we had heard that here at CIP. The next one is the water treatment, WWTP main building.
Mhm.
According to this building report, is in poor condition. That concerned me a little bit.
It needs some work in it. This
Yeah.
is one of the meetings that Jack had this morning
Yeah,
with engineers. That's one of the buildings going through. The building itself, from what I've seen, just needs some routine maintenance.
Hmm.
It's components in there that need some upgrading, but the building itself just needs routine.
well, if all of these routine maintenance, that's good news. Then it sounds to me like there's no capital expendiction.
Nothing that I know of at the
Routine
moment.
maintenance.
Well,
Okay,
we get to the
Engineers are
building
supposed
guy,
to be
we'll-
looking at it today.
Gotcha. The other one, water treatment plant.
Engineers are looking at it today.
Water treatment plant too?
Yes.
All right, that one's also said poor
I know that
condition.
happened.
I was worried about that too.
Which one?
Water treatment plant.
Yeah, that's being looked at
All right,
today
fine.
too.
The next thing is, I saw 3 items listed in column K, planned year renovation, that were this year and last year. Does that mean they're done?
For which,
I'll tell you what they are, one at a time, 3 of them. First one says that, it must be.
Meeting house, yeah.
Attendance offices 3,
We'll start with Meeting House.
$8,000. What do you mean you start? Meeting house.
Planned year of
I see meeting house, yes.
that was in 2026.
And we did it?
We did it.
Oh, all right.
Now, there is a request in, by the way, from John Bergeron that he sent me, a request. Let me read it to you. Mr. John, yeah, Mr. Bergeron. The Meeting House Preservation Committee recommends that heating of the Meeting House be added to the CIP in approximately 2029. Cost is $58,000 for furnace, $26,000 for installation, a total of $85,000. He says, voting at the fire station is complicated and the Meeting House would be a better location. Year-round committee meetings would also be available. Christmas from Canaan, we have plans to install a fire alarm system in the next 12 months. Smoke detection, blah, 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 is much more effective. So he's asking for us to put in
Correct.
an $85,000 ticket in 2029, but he also caveats that with, he's also seeking grants
Right,
to get that
correct,
done.
Correct.
and they've been pretty good about that.
So
So
that's his request.
we can certainly
So
review
we'll be
that.
adding that to the CIP
Right.
request.
Fire alarm system is underway.
Here's my
Okay.
question about the report itself, which was on the
Yeah.
agenda for today.
Sure, yes.
The first, let me think. Well, you just pointed out Meeting House, but Meeting House, Museum, and,
Yep, that was done as well.
well, I'm sorry, you know they were done.
Yep.
I know they were done.
Yeah.
But the report kind of mushes together things that were done and things that we're gonna do next year
Right.
with a dollar value,
They took it.
and you
they-
can't tell what's done or what's
They
not done.
took that information. Last CIP report. that
I'm
we did.
simply saying this report needs to indicate
I don't.
two different
disagree with you.
columns. Money actually spent versus
I,
planned money, that's
Okay.
all. Okay,
so,
Good.
yes,
that's
We can-
my comment.
we can do that.
We can't have one column showing $40,000, $195,000, $7,000
Sure.
with years and leave the reader to wonder, well, is that done? Or are we planning to spend that much more money or, that kind of thing?
Right.
This report needs to indicate actual spent,
It should be
something
more,
done,
yeah, what I would say
as
is,
opposed to something planned.
right, what I would say is this is the first shot that we took.
Oh,
at,
agreed, not
Yeah.
a criticism,
Never
just,
mind.
just
No,
an
no, no,
observation. Yeah.
Right? So I think that, we can work with, Frank and,
Sure.
whoever.
Yeah,
You know,
because
we'll
we
get-
did-
Yeah.
We'll get it, we'll make it better next year.
No criticism,
we
we
had to
just
do
need, that's something we need
repairs.
to do.
on museum, I do not remember what bottom line was. They did the good news. It was more a superficial repair.
Yeah,
They didn't have to go into structure.
I think it was the second floor deck.
Yes, but I'm saying we were
upstairs,
afraid
yeah,
they had to open up some to
Right.
find out what the extent was.
yeah.
The good news is it
Good.
was more
It's
superficial,
just the deck,
not structural.
not structural. Good. So at any rate, that was my first comment, is that you
Sure.
can't tell what's done and what's planned for the future.
Agreed.
And for financial reasons, you need to know that.
Sure.
The other thing is, same kind of thing down below on row 21, attendance officers 3 is the description in column A.
Right.
Way out here, it says 2025 was a
Yeah.
planned year.
Right.
And at a cost of $8,000, for example. I don't know if that was done or not.
That was the
So, same,
small buildings, by
Same
garage,
comment.
recycling.
let's
buildings.
separate actual,
Totally,
that's it, I'm done.
yeah, that should have been done, but the
That's
guy,
good.
what happened
Big
is,
deal.
what happened,
Thank you.
this, Marianne pulled together this with Aiden.
Yeah.
Took the data from the last CIP report.
Yeah.
They then sat down with, Aiden, I believe, sat down with Frank and went through this. I think that's what happened. I don't know that for sure, but I'm pretty
Right,
sure
right.
that's what happened. Right? And so he's the guy, I
Oh.
believe, who included the status, the current condition.
Mhm.
Yeah, one more item to point out. The old storage shed says it needs total replacement. It's in.
Where
poor
are
shape.
we?
I'm in the
Okay,
middle
old
of the
salt storage shed.
old storage, old salt storage
Transportation,
shed.
yeah.
And it says total, and we don't have a year or a dollar value yet, so we're gonna need that.
Yes.
When do we plan to replace that? How much money is it gonna cost, or an
And
estimate?
we'll do that on
Whatever.
August 12th.
Yeah, and that's something that
Well,
we will,
hopefully that department head, we doing that before then, and we'll review his input,
Again,
hopefully.
I can't make them do it.
Now, I know, but we're gonna try, right? By your meetings, you're trying to get them to,
And we'll try.
okay, all right. That's all you can do.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay,
Get myself in more trouble.
all right. Anything else on the buildings report? Yeah.
Oh, what the heck?
yeah.
So somebody starts shooting at me, I'm good. All right, and then we just did discuss changes to the new spreadsheet, right? We discussed what's, you've seen, the things that we talked
The
about.
CIP spreadsheet.
Yes, the CIP.
Oh, that's the next item on the agenda, is
Yeah,
it?
discuss changes. We made the changes we made, which, were basically the, moving things around, all the things that you've seen
Mhm.
we're going through. So it's been, I think it's, the way it's configured now is in pretty good shape. I
It'll work
think.
fine, all right.
Yeah. And then I want to have a discussion on how to update the spreadsheet. That's where we are.
Yeah,
next.
there you go. Is that the next topic?
That's the
Okay.
next topic.
Yep.
So, currently, we have We made a decision a while back, to have Carrie Ann do what she did, which was great.
Create it, to set it up,
Yeah,
create it all
get all
that.
the junk out of there, clean it up.
Yep.
Done a very good job, I thought.
Yep.
Doing that. We were under the impression that, she was going to be able to take information that we gave to her and she would update it. I believe, unless I read it wrong, the last email that we got was she's not gonna do that.
She and Jack decided she doesn't have enough
That's right.
time
That's correct.
to be updating the data.
Right. And I wrote back, understood,
Fine,
we'll figure
okay.
it out from here, so
We'll
now we
figure it
gotta
out.
figure out what we wanna do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just, first thing we have to do is find somebody who can go in and work that sheet.
Yeah, I sent out that note saying, anybody want it? None of you guys said, okay.
You're looking the wrong way. I'm not computer illiterate, I'm computer stupid.
Tom Milligan said the same thing. He said that.
Yeah, hold on.
Claude said, no, thank you.
No, not only that, but I have a couple of comments about it.
All right, go ahead.
I believe it would be wrong, incorrect, for the town of Canaan to rely on some volunteer
Mhm.
to be updating what is a very important financial planning spreadsheet.
Okay.
We don't use a volunteer to do the general budget, do we? The
No,
gen-
I mean,
Wait
this
a minute,
is-
let me finish. The general budget has like $4 million per year in it. This has $1 to $2 million per year in it.
Yeah, thank you.
This is way too much freaking money for the town to ask a volunteer who might be volunteering on this committee this year, but might not be here next year, to take that job on. The town needs an employee, part of whose job description is to update the data in this thing once a year. New equipment, get rid of equipment, change the replacement. They would need input from department heads. The department head would have to say, I want to replace that piece of equipment 2 years from now. But somebody in the town, not the department head necessarily, who knows Excel, has to be paid by the town, and that has to be part of their job description. I don't know which employee, I can't say, it's not for me to say, but it would be wrong for a volunteer, like, let's say I know Excel pretty well. And in theory, I could have stepped forward and said, sure, I'll update it. Well, that's good this year, maybe. But that's not right. The $2 million a year of spending, planning for this town shouldn't fall on a volunteer like me.
Now,
Or you, that's the.
I haven't
Skills.
looked into it because of all the changes that they're going
Right.
through.
Right.
When we hired Christina as deputy town clerk tax collector, that was going to be 20 hours a week in administrative
Right.
and finance.
Mhm.
The problem is getting her trained. And now it appears she's going to be our full-time town clerk.
Temporary until the next election.
You
And-
mean Ian might retire, or is that
And
it?
retired.
Well, Ann has.
Ann stepping down.
resigned.
I didn't know that.
She resigned and she's going back to teach math over at the high school.
Really? I did not know that. All right.
And so,
So Christine is gonna become town clerk, tax collector.
yes, we have already received interest in that position Christina had.
Got it.
And so this would be where I would say, let's look, I can speak to Jack,
That's a
because
good
if it's 20 hours a week financial administration,
Right.
then they're gonna have to have that Excel.
I think that person
experience.
needs to do.
There's no
this
reason
work.
why that person couldn't, because
Right,
we're not
that's what I think.
talking 10 hours a week every week.
No, no, not every week all year.
We're talking, give them the information, have them go in and change, update as they get the
Yeah.
information.
Yeah, I agree. It's not a huge job. It's not 10 hours a week for a few weeks
Well, my
a year.
preference would be
It's a
that
lot
they would
less than that.
show up at this meeting and make the changes as we discussed.
Yeah.
That would be my.
Same as Chet was doing when we started this type of
Exactly.
system.
Yeah, and we don't, I mean, look, we have.
And then he would fine tune it between
1,
meetings.
2, 3, 4, 5, 4 meetings where all this stuff gets done, and then 3 follow-up meetings. So we're only talking 7 meetings. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Could I,
It's
and I
not-
express an
And
opinion
like I
on
say,
that.
this is beyond my knowledge. I was trained in Fortran.
Me too. By the way, interesting. That's how old we are. You ever seen a commercial when they say that there's a car assembly thing going on and the assembly line is going crazy? And the woman says, we gotta find somebody who knows COBOL. And the guy says, what's COBOL?
Yeah. So, I have an opinion on that suggestion.
Yes, sir.
All due respect, I think if, let's say that person becomes part of that job description, to maintain the data,
Yes.
not the tool, but the data.
Yeah.
Let's say that comes true, and I think that's a good idea. I really do. I do not think it will be a good use of that person's time to come to these meetings, because these meetings last a long time. They go around in circles. We tell stories about equipment and buildings and this, that, and the other, and the person will be sitting here. I think the alternative to that would simply be to have one member of this committee who would have a hard copy. And if you want to change things at the meeting, make the changes. Once the committee is decided, this thing goes from 2027 to 2030, or that thing goes from $110,000 to $200,000, mark it in red, and the next day hand it off to that person to update the data. They could, their updating would take them 15 minutes instead of being here for 2.5 hours. After hours, late in the day. I think it would be a waste of their time. We talk about a lot of stuff that would not impact that.
Yeah.
That updating of the spreadsheet at all. That's my opinion. So just think about that.
The other side of
First
that,
step is they made part of that job description. I think that's a great idea.
the other side of that is if they were here for the first few meetings, they could gain an understanding of
Okay,
the sheet.
they get some familiarity. better.
Yeah, so I think, it's something we need to think
Well,
about.
it's something
But I
we
think
need to
the
think
point-
about that,
The
Tom.
main point
Yeah.
is that Claude's making, and I totally agree with him 100%, is this is not something that the members of this committee should be responsible to join.
Any volunteer of any kind. It should.
This
it has
is
to
a
be-
town, this is a
It's a town
town
function.
record.
I
It's a town function.
And it's, it's 25% of your damn budget. So it's
Yeah,
not a
yeah,
joke, you know?
That's what I'm saying, this is a town record, not something that needs to be on somebody's kitchen
Right,
table.
Thank you very much.
Right, absolutely.
So, but that, again.
It's official town business, there's no question
We
about it.
have no authority to do that, but what we're saying is
That would be good.
we are not gonna be able to perform our duties unless
The
the town
town
steps
can
up and
update
gets
this
this done.
spreadsheet, yeah.
Well, I'm 1/3 of that authority.
I know.
Yeah, that's right, that's right.
Pretty soon you'll only be 1/5.
Yeah.
If we're lucky enough to get 2 more people.
Oh, I already
in.
know that you're gonna have more than 2 people in it,
Oh, all right, okay.
besides Scott.
Besides, Scott, yeah.
And that might be the route we go, is the 5th.
Right, on a regular basis,
Yeah, I mean, next year, just remember there's
3.
you're gonna be voting for 3.
Oh, yeah, right.
Correct. My,
Right, I know.
My
what you mean.
term is
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
and then
plus
we're
the
adding
new
two.
ones, yeah.
So, yeah, so that's fine.
so come spring, I can run for cover.
So on the 2 new ones, Scott, on the 2 new, we're gonna vote for, I agree. Is it gonna be something good about trip length so that in the future they will be staggered a little bit?
Yes, it won't be,
Okay,
one of those should be a 3-year, one a 2-year.
okay, all right.
Of the new ones.
Yeah,
new
of the
So
2
there's
new
gonna
ones.
be 2
Yeah, yeah.
3s and a 2.
Because what you're gonna end up doing is
Well, Steven's up.
1
next,
year
right?
you vote for 1, the other 2 years you vote for 2.
So there's gonna be Stevens next and then Sadie, right? And the
I'm-
sequence. You're next, you're
I'm
this year,
next,
and
then Stephen,
and
then Sadie.
Yeah.
But here again, Stephen, when he went to his mother's funeral, was talking to one of his relatives who had been a selectman
Yeah.
and said that we were going to 5. And they told him, and because Steve's been really pretty much against it.
Yep.
And they said, when they were selectmen, they went to 5. It was the best thing that ever happened.
Mm-hmm.
Because with 3, if I talk to you, that's quorum.
Yeah.
With 5, if I talk to you, that's not a quorum.
That's not a quorum.
And
That's-
then,
yeah.
the
Good
workload,
point.
Scott, I mean,
Oh,
Good
yeah.
point,
Yeah,
good
I
point.
mean, you
I'm
guys
supposed to
have,
be at cemeteries now.
I understand.
That's a good point.
All right, so then is
Yeah.
there any other business?
So what else do we have? So we're gonna, on that point, we're gonna recommend that Scott keep working with the town to try to make that new Christina replacement job make this part of that job.
I mean, when we're
Correct.
discussing
That'd be
the,
lovely.
job load, I'm
Please,
gonna
if you
bring it
carry
up
that
and say,
forward.
this is
Good.
one of the,
This should be part of that job description.
Yeah.
I would appreciate that. Okay. What are the next meetings? August 5, then what though?
Oh, we got
I don't have the rest of them on my
the
calendar
fifth,
yet.
the 12th, the 26th of August, 3 in August,
3 in August.
3 in
Oh,
August, the 5,
all right.
12, and 26.
All right, got it.
And then September 9, and then after that's everybody.
So can you put those in the next round of minutes here
Sure,
for everybody's?
absolutely.
Yeah, acknowledge so that we all see.
and
it.
Monica's gonna have it on the calendar.
Yes, of course.
You already have them on the
Yeah, I was
calendar.
gonna say, I already have one on the
When they
calendar.
do, yeah.
She already has that and all the budget ones on the calendar. I mean, I got them all.
Done.
I got my thing done. I got lots of time.
Back, it
Any other
doesn't, it's
business?
not gonna send you anything. It
Okay.
sounded like what I was thinking about was not gonna do the full job of set,
Okay.
right? Right?
What's that?
The list I was asking her to print, that was not complete, right? Or you don't want it, or do you want it?
Yeah, I still want,
All right, I'll
what she can
send you-
give me
You
for.
said-
I'll send it to you.
And I'll put it in the email.
And then I will get a hold of Aiden or down the office, get the rest of the
You
mechanics
can make
report.
a printout for Scott, put it in his mail.
I sure can.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I
Thank
have
you.
noted.
And,
The mechanics report is in your world. You already got it.
Well, by email,
It's in your email.
he
Yeah.
hasn't seen it yet.
I'm just saying.
yeah, I'm just saying, if I can, get it to open.
Yeah.
I'm having problems.
Oh,
My
yeah, yeah.
phone updated.
Yeah.
And
Something won't open, huh?
I'm still
Back.
struggling. My phone died last
Oh.
Friday,
Ah.
a week ago Friday. And I got a new one and I'm like, oh my God.
you know the biggest problem I'm having? My
You want to end the
phone,
meeting, then I can stop recording real
my
quick.
phone will
Alright,
reach a
go.
point
Yeah.
where it has to, you have to update it to keep it from, and it drops phone numbers from the list.
Time out. I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second it?
All those in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Any opposed? No.
Okay, now tell us about your phone.
When